Everything I've said to you will be confirmed by one of your friends. So, one step out of line, and your brother is dead.
Bull!
Also keep a pretty close watch on the gang in here, too. Because the same applies to Patterson, Jenkins and McCormick.
You're wasting your time.
God! Well, the freak will have us for breakfast now. Well, what are we going to do?
The minute I know that Bongo's in the clear, I'm going to do what I should have done a long time ago. I'm going to fix the bitch myself. And this time, nothing's going to stop me.
Listen, I've had as much as I can take from you.
Stop that! Now, what's going on?
Nothing.
Don't you give me nothing. Fighting like schoolboys, and in the middle of the corridor where a prisoner can walk past at any time. Didn't they teach you anything in training?
Yeah, sorry, it was my fault. I started it.
That's the truth. I was minding my own business walking along the corridor.
Oh, I'm sure you were. But you do have the ability to rub everyone up the wrong way, don't you?
That's not my fault, is it?
Well, whoever's fault it is, you can both explain it to the governor. Now, get a move on.
Merle, I was thinking... maybe I should have let you get Connors. She deserves it, trying to make you unhappy all the time.
I can get her. There's still time.
No. Not now. Later will be better. In the exercise period.
Oh, you tell me when, Kath. You tell me when I can get her.
I will.
You promise?
Yes, I promise. This time no one will stop you.
I will not tolerate such behaviour. Is that understood by both of you?
Well, we didn't actually come to blows, Governor.
That's hardly the point. Whatever your differences, please don't air them in public, especially where the women might see you.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. It should never have happened.
I only hope you understand now the seriousness of the matter.
Of course I do. What started out as a harmless joke on my part could have been seen as a serious dispute between two officers.
Obviously, you'll have to be more careful with your jokes in future.
If I thought Mr.
I haven't
Jackson...
finished, Mr. Adams.
I'm sorry.
Your job as prison officers is to look after the women and try to keep one step ahead of them. This is not the place to air any disagreements.
Otherwise, the women might try to use it to their advantage.
Exactly. Now, this is only your second day here, so I'm not going to put it in your reports. But I must remind you, you haven't finished your training yet, and your future depends very largely on how you cope during the next few weeks.
It won't happen again, Mrs. Reynolds.
I can guarantee it.
Return to your duties, please. Mr. Adams, one more thing. There is still the question of what happened between you and Merle Jones.
Didn't Miss Ferguson explain? It was nothing. A minor confrontation that was over as soon as it started.
Mr. Jackson's report suggests you were unnerved by the whole thing.
Unnerved? Of course not. I don't know where he got that idea from. Anyway, Miss Ferguson was there to back me up.
Merle didn't attack you?
No. If anything, I was a bit rough on her.
You're saying Mr. Jackson got it wrong?
I'm sure he believes what he said, but, well, he was only there for a minute. Was there anything else, Governor?
Not for the moment.
You can be thankful the governor was so reasonable about it.
The guy's a jerk.
That's not the point. Don't let him get to you.
What am I supposed to do, pretend I like him?
Work together professionally. Now, if you can't do that, you shouldn't be here.
Bet I know who you're talking about. Here's for coffee.
Thanks, but I haven't the time.
Marty?
Why is it guys like him always get away with murder? Why can't people see through him? Great officer material, scoring points off his workmates.
There are ways to deal with people you don't like, and losing your cool isn't one of them, especially not in the prison.
Overreacting again, am I?
Marty, I'm only trying to be fair. Now, you know how I feel. So it's up to you whether you take my advice or not.
Sure about the coffee?
No, thanks. I knew it wouldn't be easy in here, but I thought the trouble would be coming from the women.
He was bad enough in training school. Try counting to 10, that sometimes works.
Better keep out of my hair, that's all I can say.
Bye, gang.
Excuse me, I've got my rounds to do.
Make a good officer if he wasn't so sensitive.
Might be better than having no sensitivity at all.
Well, I'm not surprised you're going into bat for him. You got the hots for him, haven't you?
What are you talking about?
It's obvious.
It's also not true.
Hey, look, you don't have to pretend with me. I mean, just don't want to see you get hurt, that's all.
Just shut up, will you?
I mean, if he wasn't so interested in himself, and only in himself, he would have noticed, wouldn't he?
1, 2, 3.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, don't worry about it. You're not sensitive enough to know.
That you rotten bitch! You're on a charge, Connors!
You rotten bugger.
Should have seen the look on your face.
Should have seen the look on yours. What would happen if this got up your nose?
What would you have done if it had been the freak?
I don't know. There's nothing much I can do with Bongo and Grub still in Woodridge.
Yeah, but only as long as the freak keeps helping Parker get the drugs in here. I reckon I got a way to put a stop to that.
Now, look, kiddo. We don't do anything that puts Bongo and Grub in the firing line. We don't touch the freak until the conquerors spring them. Both of them.
Yeah, of course. If we could get someone else to put a spoke in a wheel...
She'd come a cropper. What you got in mind?
I reckon I just thought of someone who could help us without even knowing he was doing us a favour.
You got my ear, sister. Spill the beans.
Don't you worry, you'll love it once you get into the swing of it.
Nah, weightlifting, that's more in my line. Not all that prancing around doing physical jerks and stuff.
It's not jerks, it's smooth movement, coordination. It's good exercise for your heart and lungs.
Make a fool of myself, flopping around like one of them fairies out of one of your stories.
Alice, the last thing in the world you're going to look like is a fairy.
You're not wrong.
You're doing Mr. Adams' class, and that's that. Apart from anything else, it's good for the figure. Makes you feel more attractive, more self-assured.
Everything you ever needed, Lurch.
You seem to know a lot about aerobics. Well, one of my ex-boyfriends used to take me to the gym. Very exclusive. There were very special aerobic instructors there. I mean, they were all 6 feet tall, very handsome.
Hey, wasn't your boyfriend jealous or nothing?
Actually, he was. We broke up a month later. Pity, he looked beautiful in his aerobics outfit.
Pansies, then, bloke.
Look, get back to your press, Williams, or I'll put you in it and make a jaffle out of you.
My son Peter went to 1 or 2 of those classes. Tried to get me along as well. Oh, I was too embarrassed. Now I wish I had spent the extra time with him.
It's a real shame about you losing your visiting rights, especially with him having a fiancé and all.
Oh, well, I'll get to meet her eventually.
Yeah.
Now, there's also the question of outfits. It's very important that we look right. I think we should all wear leotards.
Will you what?
You know, those tight-fitting sports outfits like they wear on soft drink ads on TV.
Oh, hey, yeah. Hey, Marty would really go for me if I wore one of those, eh?
Lurch, I want to know what's going on.
What do you mean?
I just saw Ida. She reckons Rick told her something about Bong being in trouble. Well, what the hell's happened?
Well, there's nothing to worry about.
Hang on.
He's just...
Will you take her outside? I'll be with you in a minute.
Why can't you just tell me now?
'Cause we'll fill you in, not in here.
Oh, God.
We'll have to be real careful what we say to Roach. If she's not a warrior no more, she might blab to Maxwell and Williams.
She's very upset. We have to tell her something.
Well, I don't know. Just enough so she don't reckon her bloke's in trouble, I suppose. We'll let Reek work out whether to tell her what we're going to do about it.
You coming out here or what?
Yeah! You stay in here and watch her. You better get that thing working, Williams. Top dog don't like to think that someone's been slacking on the job.
What do you reckon? Worth trying?
Could be.
Let's go tell the girls
Hold on, hothead. We've still got some figuring to do. Now, you sure you can con Mr. Fancy Pants?
You mean Rodner?
Yeah, I mean Rodney.
It's a breeze. He's so far up himself, it's a wonder he can walk straight.
Okay. We tell everyone at lunchtime. Out of range of big ears.
Oh, something tells me I'm going to like this aerobics, Jazz.
Hey, that's something I forgot your preggers.
So what? Don't mean I can't watch. I wouldn't miss this for quids.
No, bring him down a notch or two, all right? Then we slam into second gear and ride through Maxwell and Parker.
Mr. Adams! Oh, I was hoping to run into you. You haven't forgotten, have you?
Forgotten what?
What you said at lunchtime, you know, about borrowing a ghetto blaster for